Good exit, and they've got a 2-on-1. It's Ulrichsen and Nemesnikov. Ulrichsen to Nemesnikov, scores! Mad Max is the Mad Hatter! Nemesnikov with a hat trick, and we're tied at 5.
I think the hockey hat trick, from what I've read, started in Guelph. Yeah, I've read about it in other sports where it's been called, the 3 goals were called a hat trick, but I think from the first time a hockey hat trick, from what I've heard and read anyways, this is where it came from. I think with anything, history's everything, and it's so important, and especially when it's unique history. And in Guelph's history with the hat trick and Biltmore hats going back to the 40s and 50s was a big part of our hockey history. But the folklore, the story is obviously that when players would score, it was the junior team was the OHA at the time, and they were called the Guelph Biltmore Mad Hatters. And the team was owned, or the key sponsor was the Guelph Biltmore Hat Factory. And what would happen is when a player would score a goal, they would recognize the player's 3 goals. They'd recognize it with a fedora. So that's where the birthplace of the hat trick being from Guelph. We've created it to this level. It's going to go down, and the idea being that as we gather hats from our players scoring hat tricks, they'll start to fill that casing. And then having the hat trick brewing, or the hat trick brand with Fixed Gear Brewing was obviously a natural tie-in as well. Well, I think the ones that are most notable, there's a few Hockey Hall of Famers in there. So a lot of the players went on to have great Hall of Fame worthy careers with the New York Rangers. Andy Bathgate, Harry Howell being 2, Rod Gilbert is on there. Andy Prentice, and Dean Prentice, is on there as well. So there's a lot of players who went on to great NHL careers that played in Guelph, and they're a part of the hat trick tradition.
Bowman fires, scores! Hats off for the bone collector, digging up fossils all over the place!
I think anytime you can look back at your history, I think it's important, and the unique history is even better. And I think we've got fans of all different ages, and there's some kids that would have no idea. Obviously, there's people that were my age that probably had no idea that the hat trick first came about in hockey, at least in Guelph. People come here with different things in mind. There's people that come in just because they want to see the bands. There's people that come to watch the hockey, and our hope is that if you're coming with a family, I can sit and my wife and I can sit and watch the game for one reason. My kids can sit and watch the game for one reason, and stuff like this. I think it's part of that. I don't think it's anything that on its own that's going to bring people, but I think when you put it all together, it allows people to come for all different reasons.